How do you start homeschooling in high school? I'm going to give you 10 steps to get you started. Hi there, my name is Michele Holmes, and I'm the founder of Homeschool Directive. I've actually been homeschooling since the 90s. I have 8 children. I've homeschooled them all through high school, and I have found that these 10 steps, once they are set into place, will help you facilitate a positive and successful high school experience for your teens at home. So let's get started with the list. Step number 1 for you to do is to start thinking of yourself as a private school. In most states, homeschoolers are considered a private school. So why is this beneficial for you to think of yourself as a private school? It gives you structure on how you are going to operate your homeschool high school academy. It is important for you to come up with a mission statement, a vision statement, and a goal. And once you have those things in place, you'll be able to facilitate everything that you need to do for your teens at home. Step number 2 is to get clear on your educational philosophy. Now, that sounds very complicated, but what that means is for you to ask yourself a series of questions about how do you feel that education actually happens? How does learning happen for your child? This helps you by curriculum. It helps you pick out co-op classes, and it helps you decide on what type of activities you're going to be doing in your home. Step number 3, setting up a record-keeping system. Now, I just talked about educational philosophies, and that could be unschooling or very, very traditional schooling in your home. It doesn't really matter what type of educational philosophy you have. You need to set up a record-keeping system so you can issue transcripts with ease. And so setting up some type of record keeping system is really important. Step number 4 is that you need to learn key phrases. This will help you navigate the high school years. You need to know that when you hear the phrase creating a credit, issuing a credit, transcribing a credit, that all really means the same thing. And by you honing in and learning all the different phrases, it will help you from feeling overwhelmed or stressed out like you're missing something. So learning the key phrases is really important. Step number 5, you need to set up your graduation requirements. Now, this is confusing for a lot of people, but know that when you set up your homeschool high school academy, you get to decide what your graduation requirements are. And so it's really important that you set them up sooner than later so that you know what is expected of your children and your children know what is expected of them in order to graduate high school. So setting up your graduation requirements is a must. Step number 6 is setting up an evaluation system for your homeschool high school academy. And what I mean by this is that it is really important that you evaluate very often so you can make changes. Sometimes things work really well and sometimes things don't work so well, but having a system of like, you know what, I'm going to check on my students every so often, or in my case, for me, I do a 3-month rule. Every 3 months, we do an evaluation. If things aren't working, I get rid of it. I'm not tied to anything. If it's working well, we continue on. And so coming up with your own evaluation system will really help you have the ability to make changes when you need them. Step number 7, you need to learn the 4 ways of how to issue a high school credit. Yes, there is more than one way. It isn't just buying a box curriculum or signing up for a class, and when they're done, your kids earn a credit. There's actually 4 different ways to earn a high school credit. And once you've learned those 4 different ways, it really opens up the ability to do a lot of different things or count a lot of things that your kids are doing towards high school credit. Step number 8, capitalize on your children's interests. This makes homeschooling so much more exciting for you and for your teens. If you are gearing their classes towards the things that they're already interested in, then it will really help them have a buy-in on their educational process of why they should be learning things. So it's really important to capitalize on that as a part of a successful homeschool high school experience. Step number 9, create a clear syllabus for your students. Even if you outsource a class, you still need to get that syllabus, look at it, make sure that you understand everything that is expected of your student from an outsourced teacher. Or if you're creating a class for your students, then it's important for you to have some details so you know when that class comes to an end that everything has been accomplished that you wanted them to do for that course. So step number 9, have a clear and detailed syllabus. Number 10, get creative. This is my favorite part of homeschooling high school, is customizing my child's learning experience. And sometimes that is to think outside the box. Not all curriculum will do everything that you want to do. So look into your community, look for people that might want to mentor your student, or look for apprenticeship opportunities, or look for trade schools, and the list goes on when it comes to thinking outside the box. So get creative is number 10. So there you have it. There are your 10 steps to get you homeschooling high school. Now, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by that list, don't be, because I have the resources to help you. I have a How to Homeschool High School Bootcamp that you can access that goes into more details about each of those steps. You don't have to do this alone. I'm here to help you. You can do it. You can take on homeschooling high school.